50 years ago, he's 38. He's the oldest, I think. Robin is like 28, right? Or she used to be 28, something like that. I mean, it was 50 years ago, so I guess at this point he's like 88, but okay. Oh gosh, what a pain. And that's how Laboon found it. Oh, they already met. The boy is gonna help, right? Hi guys, I'm Judy and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 379. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon to get way ahead on One Piece reactions, or you can also join my membership on YouTube to gain early access to edited reactions. Most importantly though, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to let me know. Don't forget to support the original content. Let's get into it. Maybe they'll have to promise him that they're gonna come back. They're ignoring him. Poor Laboon. And to think that they never, like, that all of them died too, it's really sad because they seem like such decent people. But this is where they left Laboon, right? So is he going to show up again? Yeah, they also haven't promised him they will come back, so I think he's going to show up and help them one last time or something. I love the captain. What's something about his design, I guess. Maybe Laboon made it here somehow before them or something? Oh, it's already hurt. Definitely took some beating to get here. You know he does. Weren't his injuries at the top of his head? Like, why is his lower part bandaged?
そんな時、もしお前の身に危険が迫ったら、みんなはどうすると思いますか？みんなは迷わずお前を助けるでしょう。たとえそれで私たちルンバー海賊団が全滅するとしても、私だってお別れするのは。
Like, it's like he's telling him, if you come along, we're going to have to protect you, and something like you might die in the process, and then they died anyway, even if he didn't come along.
でも。
別れやしねえよ。
船長。
ラブーン、俺たちを待っててくれ。不思議なことに俺たちの船はまたこのレッドラインの裏側にたどり着き、そして再び壁を越え、この岬に帰ってくるんだ。それを待っててくれ。
船長。
そうだな、ブルック。
ええ、私たち必ずお前を迎えに帰ってき
Yeah,
ま
but
す
yeah,
か。
like I understand why they made that promise. Obviously, like you do that because you have all the hope that you will come back. Like you really believe it, because you need to believe it, and it gives you like this added assurance. Like saying to yourself, it's not that only that we don't want to die and want to make it out of here. We also have a friend waiting, so we have like another reason to survive. So it doesn't work this time. Damn, for 50 years. 3 years later, they died. No, it was when Brooke found himself, so it was... How long did he say that it took him to find himself? His own body? So it was even less than 3 years later that they died. That's really sad. We saw the past, we saw pretty much what we, what you kind of expect to happen, although, we saw how much effort they put into, kind of cutting their ties with Laboon, because they thought that was the best for him, and even then he wouldn't let go of them, because, they're his companions, he was somehow, I guess, lost his pod or something, didn't have anyone around him that he really had a connection with, and so he finally made it with them, so of course he wouldn't let go that easily. But he was kind of, he was smart about it. He was crafty about it, because for a week they didn't see him. And he was still hanging around and still, catching up with them. And then he made his appearance. And I guess he needed, like in some way it was kind of cruel that they of course they wanted what was best for him, but they were kind of thinking they were trying to just kind of cut him off without really any not really that explanation. They tried to explain a few times, but without any promise for the future or anything, or they couldn't get through to him, I think, because he was so resistant to the idea that they would just, that he would never see them again, They didn't give him anything to hope for. And then, afterwards, when he made it all the way there, they had to, they had to accept the fact that he was part of them, to the end. And that, kind of saying goodbye to him would have to come from a different place of, we're going to come back for you. You're part of us. We're not letting you go completely. There's something, we talked about it when our crew met Laboon, that it was kind of cruel in some way to promise this kind of thing when you don't know what's going to happen. You go into the Grand Line and it's a dangerous place, and then you promise someone that you will come back for them, but you never do. That's horrible. It's true, but at the same time, not doing that would have been, in a way, just as final as far as Laboon was concerned, because he wouldn't have known to wait for them. He wouldn't have known, they didn't give him anything to you know, to hold on to. So he wouldn't have that. So they kind of had to, like, the promise that they made had to be made. And it doesn't feel like it was made in, you know, in haste or something. Like, they were trying to break the connection. They were trying to keep Laboon away, and they realized that they couldn't do it, that it wasn't fair. And so, you know, they had to include him in this adventure and tell him, yes, we're coming back for you. And they had to believe it too. I mean, that's what Luffy did too. Like, you kind of have like this hope that yes, we're going to come back. And if we tell someone that we're going to come back, it's going to be like this extra, you know, this extra reason to survive, this extra push to make it through all the way and to actually reunite with this friend that is waiting for us. You know, it's not just us that we're living for. We're living for this other part of the crew. And yet that wasn't enough. And that's really like the heartbreaking part of it, is that no matter how much they wanted to, no matter how much they tried, they just couldn't. The Grand Line was too much for them. And it's only, you know, like this miracle that Brook had this kind of fruit, devil fruit, that despite him dying, still allows him to eventually, hopefully, meet with Laboon again. And let him know that, yes, they're all dead. And I mean, you can see it on me. We're all dead. But we're still, like, in, you know, it kind of brings, like, all of the dreams of the crew with him. Their kind of souls, I guess, in some way. Like saying, you know, if they could have come back here to you, they would have. And I kind of carry that, you know, wish of theirs. They couldn't help it because they died, and I died too, but I could help it thanks to some, you know, happenstances, I guess. So it's gonna be really cathartic, I guess, when they do meet again. But I guess it's gonna like, I don't know, I guess it's gonna happen like way down the line, I guess, because I don't know, unless we somehow are going to make this detour and somehow make our way back to Laboon at some point before we finish our journey through the Grand Line. But I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows. And this song that kind of connects, like it's a nice song, I guess like the yo-ho-ho part that he sings at the beginning. I guess I heard that. Maybe Brook himself was singing it. Maybe that's where I knew it from. But Luffy said that Shanks also sang it, so maybe we heard it before the very beginning. I can't remember, even though I edited those episodes a few weeks ago, but I don't know. Then I noticed that song in particular. Something about the name, though, does ring a bell. So at some point I did notice it, maybe. Notice something. Maybe it was in this arc, though. Maybe Brook was just singing it. Although they sounded like he didn't sing it before. So I guess not. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so it's like this extra connection that they had with Laboon. And it's like this song, like he said, that all the pirates sing in good times and bad times. So it's like this. It's like this song, I guess, embodies this idea of being a pirate, and this, and in a way it's like this connection between pirates, even pirates who don't know each other, you know, they all sing the same song. So there's this underlying connection between all pirates through this song. And so, you know, Laboon is part of that because he also sings this song and loves this song and stuff. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Running Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, and Shadow's Moon. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support, I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.